So this is the color vision book. We need to show each slide 3 seconds only. Each slide 3 seconds. After 3 seconds, we need to change that image from the one plate to the next plate. Okay. So maximum three errors in the 25 plates. We need to consider three errors only, three plates errors. 22 itself it is okay. Okay. Below 20 or 19 means we need to check second time and also confirms they have a color vision deficiency. Okay. So this is color vision deficiencies and the checking procedure is also over. Next is ectopia lentis. Ectopia lentis means the lens is situated at the in the posterior chamber and between the vitreous chamber. So the fixed with journals right, and when the journals are detached from the one side going to temporal side or superior side or inferior side, whatever the side the journals are detached, it is going to the opposite side. So that place of lens is changed from one position to primary position another position. We say subluxation or dislocation of lens. So in the medical term we say ectopia lentis. Okay, so mainly this ectopia lentis means subluxation or dislocation of lens is mainly occurred at upward, superiorly or uh, uh, superiorly is occurred, and also it is not only the single eye, it is affected also both eyes. Okay, so this is mainly occurred with Marfan syndrome. It is a systemic condition. This group of disorders, not only single disease, it is a group of disorders, group of diseases. Okay, so this syndrome is nobody knows why it happened. It is a idiopathic, but few conditions are. So what happened in this syndrome? So in Marfan syndrome and homo sister hearing this condition. Attached at the lens, no, so it is based on journals at the superior limits, it will go to the. So causes of ectopia. So the main causes are autosomal dominant. Autosomal dominant means it is transmitting and passing from males to the males. Generation. In same way, autosomal recessive. It is mixed with Colboma, Aniridia, Microspirus, Ectripillae. So these are the conditions. Colboma means irregular of iris. This is the normal iris. The colboma of iris is like this. So this is pupil, but coming to the colboma means the irregular or incomplete closure of the this small area is called colboma. Okay, same the way aniridia. So no iris is there. So and microspherophakia, small lens are there, and it is a spherical type, and ectopia pupillae. And also coming to the other systemic diseases, this is Marfan syndrome, Ehlers-Danlos, Weill-Marchesani, homocystinuria. These are the systemic conditions. In these disorders, the lens will be going to one side. And secondary to the IDC, secondary to and this is the uveitis. Uveitis means infection of the choroid or ciliary body or iris. In that cases, this inflammation will be. This is the primary disease. Due to this infection, the lens is damaged. And the same way, cataract is a primary disease due to this cataract or the cataract surgery or a bursting hypermature means the lens is there inside and the nucleus will be out of the apice or posterior chamber. It may damage to the journals. So these are the main symptoms, tumors and pseudoexfoliation syndrome. So these are the symptoms which are these are the diseases are secondary diseases which are causing ectopia lentis. And same secondary to trauma. Trauma. This is trauma means injury. Okay. So these are the see, this is the lens dislocated from superiorly, and here dislocated. But coming to the lens, it will be like this only. But this is subluxated lens means it is moving this area and moving to this area. So same way it is posterior lenticonus. The lens is going to cone shape, but it is spherical shape. But here it is going to be spherical shape. I mean cone shape. So these are the baby child in the anterior lens is coming to the anteriorly. So this is Marfan syndrome. What is Marfan syndrome? It is a autosomal dominant. So here what will happen? Cardiovascular and skeletal system will be affected in this Marfan syndrome. Okay, and the same way. So due to that, the retina damage and lens. So these are all changes are happened in the Marfan syndrome. And the same way, homocystinuria. Homocystinuria, it is a it is useful for changing the urine and widespread of abnormalities. So homocysteine is one type of enzyme that will be causing to the this mental retardation and lens changes at the eye. So this is the ectopia lentis. So due to this ectopia lentis, what will happen? The vision will be defected, and sometimes they may have double vision diplopia, and sometimes what will happen? Glare. So blurry vision will be there, and facing like myopia and astigmatism, and accommodation will be automatically affected. Accommodation means what? While seeing distance, no, that time our lens will be going to like this, and the near object, the lens bulging like this size. So this is for distance, this is for near. So this accommodation is not going because the lens size and shape changing by the looking of the point. If we see distance means it will be looking like this. This is all happened because of zonules. These zonules will be stretching this lens both sides. So the lens will automatically going to narrow and wide by itself only. But coming to this ectopia lentis, what will happen? One side zonules are disconnected. So the accommodation is disturbed. Okay. And what will happen? Loss of vision will be noticed, displacement of lens, however it is visible through undilated people. So iridodensis, phacodensis. So these are all the things happened in the this ectopia lentis. So our lens is attached to the iris, and our lens is going to day by day hardening. Okay, and also it is moving with our eyeball movement, and it is going coming to the anterior chamber, and also it is fallen into the vitreous humor. So this is all happen in the ectopia lentis. So the treatment is we need to remove that lens, and also underlying condition means if they have coloboma means we need to cover with iris with cosmetic contact lens, and also we need to treat them with Marfan syndrome, and also uveitis means we need to give uh, anti-uval drops, and also if there is any hypermature means we need to remove that cataract, and pseudoexfoliation syndrome, ciliary body tumors. We need to correct these all the things. Then only this ectopial lentis will be cured. Means the diplopia vision and the blurry vision, the glary vision, the accommodation, astigmatism, myopia. These all will be eradicated with this. So underlying conditions we need to correct, then only the clinical features, symptoms or signs will be gone after treatment. Okay, this is ectopia lentis. Next is microcarnia. Microcarnia, it is a autosomal unilateral or bilateral condition. Okay, so autosomal, I mean microcarnia means our cornea is here, it is 11.5 mm, and coming to the vertical side it is we have 11 mm, because our upper lid is pressing throughout our lifespan, so the vertical size of cornea is decreased to 11 mm. So
So what is that AD?
autosomal dominant.
Okay, sir.
Autosomal dominant means it is passing from the parents to the
Two
next generation.
offsprings. Yeah.
Hmm. Okay, so microcardia means what will happen now? We have nearly 13 mm or 12 mm for by the based on the humans, by the based on their structures. So we have different corneas, but coming to the cornea size is nearly 11.5 mm. Okay, but coming to this microcarnia, we have less less than 10 mm, below the 10 mm diameter of the cornea will be there. Okay, so the mains these conditions are mainly happen due to it is congenitally occurred, and because of they are not developed structures at the 9 months, because they are due to premature conditions and infections. So these are the main symptoms are main the conditions which are observed in these microcardial situations. So ocular associations means with this microcardia we have seen glaucoma also, and congenital cataract, glaucoma, corneal plana, Rayger's anomaly, microphakia, optic nerve hypoplasia. So these are the various conditions with associations with ocular diseases. And same the way, same systemic so mainly Alcaraz syndrome, Weill-Marchesani syndrome, Waardenburg syndrome, Nance-Horn syndrome. So these are the syndromes which are affected to the microcardia. So this is the severe microcardia. This is microcardia with corneal opacity. For this, what we have to say is we need to do OCT for looking the structure of retina and its layers, and B scan for the optic nerve is fully grown or not. So after that, what we have to say, we need to remove this cornea, and we add this corneal implantation, and also iris also. We need to see iris movement is there or not, or the retina is working or not. So ERG, electroretinogram also, we need to do these conditions. Okay. Same here also. We need to do B scan. B scan means brightness scan. It is sending the ultraviolet rays, because OCT is sending infrared rays, but here it is blocked. For that purpose, what we have to say, B scan. B scan means ultraviolet. Sorry, infrared rays are sending to the inside of the body. That infrared rays going to the retina and coming back to the B scan probe. Then only we can able to find that inside layers are there or not. Then only we go for surgery. So in the same way, my microcardia means small cornea. The opposite is megalocarnia. Megalocarnia is a rare condition. It is also bilaterally non-progressive condition. Means non-progressive means it is not throughout the old age it is developed. It is by congenitally it is happened to us. So it is a chromosomal recessive condition. 90% of individuals are males. Males only affected here also. And the signs are mainly intraocular pressure. Normal intraocular pressures will be there. And the C, the mm is more than 11.5 mm. So 11.5 mm at 12 mm is normal. But here the diameter of cornea is 13 mm or over the 13 mm. So here the anterior chamber is very deep. Deep anterior chamber will be there. It is cornea and it is iris. So the length is very deep in these megalocornea situations, and also they may have high myopia, high minus power, astigmatism, but normal visual acuity, and also a few times we say ectopia lentis, lens subluxation, and jonular stitching also. Okay. Mainly coming to the systemic associations, same syndromes, Alport syndrome, Marfan syndrome, Dano syndrome, and Down syndrome, osteogenesis imperfecta, and progressive facial hemiatrophy, renal carcinoma, megalocornea, mental retardation. So, megalocornea mental retardation is mainly occurred due to homocystinuria. In
So,
condition, okay.
so can you explain that point like in microcornea, closed angle and open angle, how it causes that?
What?
As you said in the ocular association, it includes glaucoma, closed and open.
Mm-hmm.
So how does it happen?
Ocular associations means not due to glaucoma, it is not affected microcardia. It is also affected with glaucoma. Okay, means
Okay.
um, so this is the cornea. Okay, this is the cornea. This is the iris. So, here it is lens. These are zonules. So here what we have angles. Okay, so here Schlems canal are there. This is ciliary body band. This is scleral spore. This is trabecular meshwork. This is root of iris. So ciliary body band, Schlems canal, ciliary body band, scleral spore, trabecular meshwork. Here S means Schlems canal, ciliary body band, scleral spore, trabecular meshwork, root of iris. So this is the ciliary process. Here what will happen now? Our choroid is bringing blood to here. That blood is filtered here in the ciliary process. That blood is passing into the posterior chamber. This is not blood. It is a clear whitey fluid is called aqueous humor. This aqueous humor passing through the pupil into the anterior chamber. This anterior chamber have angles. This is draining into the sclera. Okay, this angles closed means what will happen? Glaucoma. So this is the normal cornea. If they have cornea angle closed, which is the so the cornea size will be decreased itself only. So the angles may closed itself only. Okay.
Okay, sir.
So if the cornea is normal size means the angles will be passing, aqueous humor will be passing through this. Then the IOP means intraocular pressure is not increased itself only. So when this angle is closed means the IOP pressure is pushing IOP pushing to the cornea and again then into the optic disc, macular region, the optic nerve is damaged. So day by day, what will happen? Their field of vision and their optic disc, cup disc ratio will be increasing and damage itself only. Okay.
Okay, sir.
సో నార్మల్గా మనకి కార్నియా బాగుంటే కార్నియా సైజ్ తగ్గిపోయిందో ఈ యాంగిల్స్ అనేవి క్లోజ్ అయిపోతాయి. సో దీంట్లో నుంచి మనకి ఏమవుతుంది? డ్రైన్ అవ్వాల్సిన ఈ స్క్లెరల్ స్పోర్, స్లెమ్స్ కెనాల్, ట్రబెక్యులర్ మెష్వర్క్, రూట్ ఆఫ్ ఐరిస్ లో నుంచి గ్యాప్ ఉంటుంది. ఈ గ్యాప్ నుంచి యాక్టివేస్ హ్యూమర్ అనేది ఇలా పాస్ అయి వెళ్ళిపోవాలి. కానీ అది క్లోజ్ అయిపోతే మనకి కంపల్సరీ గ్లోకోమా అయిపోద్ది. సో దట్ ఈస్ క్లోజ్డ్ యాంగిల్ గ్లోకోమా అవుతుంది అనమాట. అలాగే ఓపెన్ యాంగిల్ గ్లోకోమా కూడా అయ్యే ఛాన్సెస్ ఉంటాయి. సో ఈ సేమ్ వే క్యాట్రాక్ట్ కూడా ఫామ్ అయిపోద్ది ఈ ప్రెజర్ వల్ల. సో నెక్స్ట్ ఏంటంటే మనకి కమింగ్ టు ది నెక్స్ట్ మెగాలో కార్నియా. ఇది అయిపోయింది. సేమ్ దీంట్లో మనకి మెగాలో కార్నియా ఇప్పుడు చెప్పుకున్నాం కదా మనం. సో స్మాల్ కార్నియా మీన్స్ ద space between the iris and the cornea will be decreased itself. But coming to the large cornea means there is a more space in between the iris and the cornea. So they may have normal intraocular pressure. So the drainage of the aqueous humor is very clear there. So they don't have any increased IOP. So normal intraocular pressure will be there. So the of it is also same. Okay. Next is micro-ophthalmos.
Sir, why don't you explain the third point, sir, in myopia and astigmatism, but normal visual acuity?
Megalocornea is nothing but it is a congenital disorder. Hello? Megalocornea is congenital disorder. Nobody knows why it is occurred and why it is coming. It is also coming from the parents to the next generation. Okay, so normal people have normal cornea, and if they megalocornea means they have large cornea, but nothing will be happen to them. See, they are looking like high myopia and astigmatism, but their visual acuity is normal. Nothing
Yes,
will
sir,
be
that is
happen
my
to them.
doubt.
Hmm. What is your doubt?
The third point only high myopia and astigmatism, but normal vision.
Not see, because high myopia means what will happen? The high myopia means the eyeball size is very high, but coming to the situated or fallen at before the retina only. It is myopic, okay, and also astigmatic, but their visual acuity is normal, okay, because they don't have that much. What is that called? They're not facing that much true myopia, true high astigmatism.
Okay, sir.
Hmm. Same, the same way microcornea, megalocornea, in the same way microophthalmos. Is it the same? So if we have ninth month is delivery period, if anybody is delivering before the ninth month itself means the growth of our eyeball structures or human body structures are delaying itself. For example, speech delay or hearing problem or mentally retarded people, they don't have developmental and thinking brain development, so these are all going to be delayed due to premature babies and infected babies at the birth time. Okay, in the same way microphthalmos, it is also developmental arrest at ocular growth at total axial length. Axial length means anterior cornea to the posterior retina. So it is called axial length. So total axial length means cornea to the retina. Okay, it is so it is not fully developed in this microphthalmos. Micro means small. So eyeball, our normal axial length is 24 to 23 of our normal eyeball size. But it is in this microphthalmos situations, it is not completely developed and it is very looking very small. Okay. So for this, what we have to say, our by manifestations we need to observe like this is the normal one, this is microphthalmos. Microphthalmos is different, microcornea is different. See, microcornea means cornea size will be decreased, but here the eyeball socket and total orbit is decreased. Okay, so it is unilaterally or it will be happen both eyes. Okay. So maximum who are facing with microphthalmos, they may have keyhole coloboma. Keyhole coloboma. This is keyhole coloboma. Okay. Most of the time it is occurred with coloboma. Means simply understand microphthalmos means incomplete development. In the same way, it is the iris, it is the people, it need to cover like this. But here what will happen? Here incomplete closure of the pupil or iris. So these are the ocular associations with this microphthalmos. Okay, for we need to find out whether the eyeball is forming clearly or not, we need to do MR or CT scans. We need to do CT scans or MR scans for evaluating their eyeball size from right eye and left eye. See here, we need to understand CT shows cyst is there. This is the cyst. Okay. So this is the microophthalmos. So most of the time, microophthalmos is we need to do for checkup for cancerous tumors. Is there any tumors are there or not? For that purpose, we need to do this CT scan or MR scan for eyeball sockets at the time of observation of this microophthalmos, because it is spreading from one area to the another area. Okay, and the size or shape, it is also changing by itself only. We may call sporadic. Okay, so these are the today we have discussed. This is for today's class: microophthalmos, megalocornea, and microcornea, and ectopia lentis, color vision deficiencies. Okay, is there any doubts?
Oh, sir.
One part. Okay, sorry. Okay. So these are the color vision deficiencies. So I will share this PPT. Please keep it with you. And if there is any doubts, means you can send me a message through WhatsApp. I will explain personally. If anyone have any issue with this class,